كأفريكا باش ناخذوكم بسرعة إلى كامبالا أوغندا باش نقابلوا فيها رجل أعمال صاحب مؤسسة قابلناها الأسبوع اللي فات في دبي في جاي تكس دبي اللي هو إيثن بامبير. Ethan, good evening. How are you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Well, pleased to have you back online. We were so delighted to meet you in Dubai last week, and I wanted to give the opportunity to our guests this evening to listen to what's happening in Kampala. We didn't have any guests so far from Uganda. You're the first one, and we wanted to introduce what you're doing to our listeners this evening.
Rida, thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
Can you tell us more about your company and your activity and the services of your startup?
Oh yeah. So yes, my name is Ethan Bapeire, and I am the team lead and CEO at Neexa AI. Neexa is an AI-powered sales agent. You basically put it on your website, and it basically does the sales for you. It can integrate also with your WhatsApp, with your Facebook Messenger, and your Instagram. It can also do follow-ups. So if a customer asks something, it can actually follow up tomorrow to make sure you close the sale. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It makes a lot of sense. Let me translate this very quickly to our listeners. التطبيق اللي عملها إيثن لما تحطها عندك على السيستم نتاعك نتاع كل ما هو تواصل اجتماعي ممكن انه هي تاخذ عليك السويفي مع كل الاسئله اللي يجيوك اللي عن طريق الحرفاء نتاعك وهي تجاوب على الاسئله هذه وتوصل معه النقاش حتى اللي توصل معه الى اتفاق نتاع عمليه بيع وعمليه امضاء عقد. يعني تو هذا مبني كله على الذكاء الاصطناعي الانتليجنس ارتيفيسيال، حاجه ممتازه جدا. انا واحد من الناس ما لقيتهاش قبل، فكنت فرحان برشا اللي لقيتها في اوغندا في كامبالا، وحاجه معناها اللي هو اليوم باش نشوفها اكثر واكثر انه استعمال الذكاء الاجتماعي في العلاقه مع الحرفاء. How did this idea of Neexa come to you? What inspired you?
Oh yeah, sure. Thanks for this question. The problem was we did marketing agency before. The problem was that small businesses usually didn't have the budget to pay a marketing agency.
Ethan, please. We have a line problem. I don't know what's the reason. Maybe you have something as an echo. But we seem to have a problem. Please carry on and try to get us a better line. Huh? Carry on.
Oh yeah, sure. Another device, is that okay?
Yes, carry on using this, but maybe you speak a little bit louder.
Sure. Can you hear me better?
Yes, that's much better. Speak louder, please.
Sure. So the problem was that marketing was expensive. So small, the number of small and medium-sized business don't have a budget to invest in marketing. Now the problem is also that when they usually get leads, when we usually send them leads, people, potential customers, they didn't have time to talk to the customer. And of course, the customer is not always going to be there waiting for you. Usually they move on very fast. So the idea really was to help this business close more sales by basically interacting with their customers first, then closing the sales.
Okay, the line doesn't get better. I don't know what's the reason. Are you calling me from a mobile phone or from your computer?
From a mobile phone.
For your mobile phone. Okay, maybe this is the reason then. We carry on. Let me translate what you say to our listeners and then I'll ask you a third question. اللي كان يقول لي فيه إيثن توا يقول أنه الاستعمال كل ما هو وسائل التواصل الاجتماعي كما الفيسبوك ولا كما اللينكدين ولا هذايا ينجر عنه عدة ناس اللي تدخل معك باتصال وانت ما عندكش الطاقة البشرية اللي باش تجاوب على الأسئلة هذه كلها بطريقة حرفية. فالفكرة أنه جات إذا كنا نستعمل الذكاء الاصطناعي ونعطيه عدة أجوبة محاضرة مسبقة على حسب أسئلة اللي باش يجي تخلي التفاعل مع الحريف اللي يجي على الخط تكون أسرع ويكون الساتيسفاكسيون نتاعو تكون أحسن. في كلمتين هذا هو اللي قاله لي، إن شاء الله أكون عملت الترجمة بطريقة صحيحة. Now tell us about Uganda and what we have seen. The number of startups present in GITEX Dubai was really impressive. What's the reason behind this important number and high quality of startups in GITEX in particular? And tell me more about the startup community in Uganda.
Sure. Yeah, so the startup ecosystem, of course, in Uganda is growing. And particularly the reason why there was a big number of Ugandan startups at GITEX was because of the development partners and ISOs, what you'd call, I think, the hubs. As a matter of fact, we went there as courtesy of a partnership between a hub here, a local technology hub called Hive Collab, and then ITC, which is International Trade Center, and then the COSME. So it's majorly because of these partnerships, but also the ecosystem has really grown. We also do have a number of now AI startups, maybe about 5 that I can count off my finger. So generally there is a bit of startups here.
Okay. Historically, Uganda, in terms of exchange and opening of markets, to which markets are you generally more focusing on?
So for Neexa in particular,
yes,
we were focusing on Uganda initially, mostly Ugandan. But right now we are also looking at expanding to the US, and most recently after GITEX, we do believe we have a show in Dubai.
Yep.
Of course, because of the different partnerships we're able to talk about when we're in Dubai.
Exactly. It's very interesting to know this. I mean, also, you think there's possibility for you to expand to the US market? Have you been approached by some founders or venture capitals, VCs?
Yes, we have some of them from Canada, some of them from the US, but perhaps the most promising are actually rather from Dubai. So we did talk to 2 potential investors and partners who are in Dubai. And we are looking at a potential partnership with them very soon.
Okay, how do you make the assessment of GITEX Dubai as a participation? How did you find this session?
It was good. There was a big return on investment. I would say it was one of the biggest highlights of the week of the year for me. So there was quite a good return on investment, I'd say.
Okay, good. That's very important for a startup to declare that there's good return on investment. We know that every dollar counts.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, our listeners don't know much about Ughanda. I mean, can you tell us what's the most popular meal you are sharing in family in Ughanda, for example?
Sure. The most popular meal in Uganda is matoke and kaunga. So matoke is bananas. Not yellow bananas, but more like the green bananas that you cook, and then as well as posho. But perhaps what we have that is best, and what I thank God for, is the weather here is just perfect, especially after experiencing the weather in Dubai. I just like the weather here.
Yeah, you cannot compare the weather in the Gulf to the weather in Uganda, in Kampala. There's no way you can compare this. Ethan, that was fantastic to have you again, and we are very pleased to have you on this show this evening. We would like to have you another opportunity later on in another opportunities where you will be telling us more, and also I believe I will be also inviting other guests from Kampala to help our Tunisian listeners know more on what's happening in Uganda. Thank you very much, Ethan, and I hope to speak to you soon. Thank you for your time.
Sure. Nice. Thank you for hosting me. Bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.